Well, I did say I was gonna make this video yesterday. Or, I mean, hell, I don't know what I said. Sorry. I'm gonna be fucking looking, like, at different places because I'm stupid paranoid all the time. I always think that there's something fucking over there. Like it's fucking Minecraft. Like something fucking spawned over there. Because nothing can get past the one fucking entryway. But I always think there's shit there. There's nothing there. So... regardless of that, this is just going to be very short, quick video, at least I'm hoping it's going to be, because I just want to talk about the update, because to be honest, a lot of people seem very disappointed in it. They seem very upset, and they're like, oh my god, solo queue is dead, you can't play solo queue, everything is over, it's all over. No. For the most part, for the most part, I'll just talk about my experience for a little bit, and then I'll talk about some of the changes that I think have been really, really good, actually. Some changes I think have been, a little yikes, and I think that now some perks are completely dead, and you will hardly see them, ever. But, my experience so far is... for some reason, I guess the game might think I'm at least a higher MMR now. I mean, I don't know if that's because of the Prestige update or something, but whatever the hell happened, I'm getting survivors and teammates that aren't bad. That are actually pretty good. And I've been able to actually, like, contact a couple of them and be like, hey, you want to team up? And that's awesome, because now, if they're on, I can just join them, because... they're either going to be solo queuing or they're going to be with 2 other people. And then I have a full squad. At that point, that's a lot more fun than going in solo queue every single game. So the people I'm getting have been actually really, really cool. I met a Chris main who plays with Aftercare, and they're fucking hilarious. I love them. Because they're such a nice person, and it's amazing just seeing people who play Chris and who play like super kind like that and play for the team. So I make sure to try to get them out too as well. But it was super cute. See, the thing is, I will main one of the Resident Evil survivors someday. It will be Ada. I'm waiting. I'm waiting patiently. God, I'm so excited for her. But so far, a lot of my solo queue games haven't been like complete blunders or slanders. Like I've had a couple of campers. I've had a couple of people who've also wanted to tunnel as well, but it's significantly less than normal, or at least from what I'm seeing, it's a lot less than at least it used to be. Like, sometimes you'd go against 6 people who wanted to camp in a row, and oh my god, it felt fucking horrible to try to load into a new match. You're like, alright, let's just forget the other match. We'll load into a new one, and we'll have some fun here. And then it's fucking, like, the same shit. It's terrible. I hate it. But so far, I haven't really had that many instances where people have been doing that continuously in a row. The only time I could say it's really that bad is with Pyramid Head players, but it's fucking Pyramid Head. Like, you kind of have to expect camping and tunneling as, like, their secondary to third power, because that's what they do. On that note, I think that the fact that his power kind of cancels out, like, half of our perks just seems a little... it seems a little mean, but it's not as bad as it used to be, where at least the hook spawn, or no, the spawn could be near you. But then again, if he does find it, it's so easy to just kill the people immediately, because borrowed time doesn't work on those things either. Which means that killer's kind of scot-free to still camp and tunnel as he pleases. But regardless, that doesn't have anything to do with this update anyways. This update is more been about the killer changes. Now, personally, I don't play killer. I don't really like to play killer. I don't really care because I know it sounds stupid, but I don't like to kill people. So I find it hard to play killer because if someone does anything remotely funny, I'm like, God damn it. I have to let them live now. I have to. Who couldn't? Who wouldn't? Uh, but, I mean, I main doctor, if anything. That should tell you something. That should tell you that I like to annoy the shit out of survivors and not kill them, I guess. Dude, that's what some people think about doctors. Some people think that doctor's just a bad killer, and I'm like, ah, I see. You don't know how to time the shocks. um, I haven't played killer, so I can't really say much about the general killer updates because I haven't even tested them. I haven't gone to play them myself because I just don't care. But I've heard a lot and I've watched a lot and I've seen a lot. I personally think that Killer's got a pretty good update. I mean, I understand a lot of people didn't like the W meta. So that's when they reduced how far we could get with our sprint burst, that people are reasonably more happy about that. It's just the only issue I see with that in general is that for one, the swing has also been reduced. So I mean, I know it's not. Some people they're gonna look at it. They're gonna be like, it's not by that much, but it's enough to where somebody or general killers might be able to catch up now with not only the reduced speed boost but the reduced swipe time. So the only reason I see that that's a problem is because there are already like zoner killers in the game where that is the only thing you can do, especially with the dredge now. And I know what you guys are thinking. What the? How's the dredge a zoner killer? I mean, the amount of times I've gone to Shack and then it's nightfall and the dredge is like, oh, I'm gonna cut them off. Yeah, and he comes out of the locker, and I'm like, I knew you were gonna go there. I think a lot of people struggle with the dredge because they don't realize that it's kind of easy to tell when they're gonna teleport. To be honest, I don't think I've had a single dredge teleport and actually hit me before, unless I couldn't do anything about it, which usually doesn't happen. The only time it might have happened is when he teleported out the locker and Shaq, and I didn't expect it that one time. But I think people also need to realize that, you know, the artist still exists, and playing against her is... Oh my god, it's ripe fucking pain, because she's gotten all the buffs, and she's also still a zoner character, and you still have to run away from loops that she tries to set things up at, because I don't know what people think, but you can't do anything. Because, guess what? Here's the thing. If you run into the crow, you will apply crows to you. So then if you run into another one, which is more than likely that the artist has set up multiple crows, which, by the way, you probably won't even be able to run into multiple of them before she hits you. If you run into more than one, I'm pretty sure it injures you. If not, you'll get more crows. And if you have more crows, it means you can just get hit from across the map while she can see you with all the crows around you. To be fair, I haven't seen a lot of artists recently, so I saw like one, and the gameplay was just... Rah, rah. She set it up around the loop, so like here's the palette. This is gonna be hard to demonstrate. Palette, me, trying to go around it. Oops, it's a pretty big controller. And then the artist, she comes over here. She sets it up. She sets it up like this. She sets it up like right here, right here, right here. What am I supposed to do? Run away. So, to be honest, I mean, I understand why some people could be frustrated with a W meta, which was kind of what it used to be. You can still kind of do that. I mean, hell, Overcome makes Wing away. And holy fuck, dude, you get hit once and you are gone. But um yeah, some people can be frustrated with that. You know, now that you've got these buffs, I think you should at least not complain about it as much. I mean, the reason people W a lot, the reason people run away is because it is their best course of action. Even if it isn't their best course of action, majority of the time, they're giving more time to their team. Unless you've played 2,000 fucking hours of Survivor, which... Oh, guilty as charged. Oh. Unless you've played Survivor for at least a decent amount of time, and you're familiar with a lot of killers and how to counter them, I don't think you're gonna be... I don't think you're gonna be super eager to jump into a random loop, which... Here's the thing about some of these loops, dude. Oh my god. The Macmillan ones look so weird now. Like, half the time, I don't even know where the goddamn pallet is. So, would you rather risk a loop, which you don't know how to loop, or would you rather just run away and give more time to your team? And maybe even find someone who might take the chase for you, aka me. So, that's... I didn't really need to talk about W that much, but I just wanted to discuss it a bit because some people are still frustrated with that, and I'm like, dude, with all these new buffs, just, if you're having troubles with that, run save the best for last. Life-changing, really, no. Last thing I wanted to discuss is the base kit BT. I feel like people are kind of ignoring this thing and how fucking amazing it has been for my games personally. So, I don't think any of you... okay, some of you might have played with me before the update. I would run Borrowed Time on every single build. If it wasn't on my build, I'd feel like a bad person for not running it. Because you constantly run into killers where if you are trying to get the unhook and the killer is fucking proxying, like they won't leave, and they come back just all the time, or if it's somebody like Nurse, who can come back incredibly quickly, or Blight, if you aren't running Borrowed Time, that other person is more than likely to die. Even if I'm in their face, they might just say, yes, well, you might have been there, but the other guy was injured, making it an easier chase. You're a piece of shit, fuck you, I intentionally got in your way, and you went after the other guy. You knew that guy was the guy on the hook, you can't lie to me, regardless of that. Base Kit BT fixes that problem for me exponentially. I feel like now I can run builds that are dedicated to something else entirely, and I don't have to dedicate one full perk slot to helping out my teammates. The base kit BT feels amazing, and I know some people say, well, 5 seconds isn't that much, 5 seconds really isn't that much, and honestly, to those people who are running into campers and tunnelers constantly, get over yourself, because you're fucking not. You literally cannot run into that many asshole killers that many times. Not only that, I feel like survivors don't understand what is the proper time to unhook. This is something that is so fucking important to learn as survivor. I swear to God, and I say it's not that hard, but I've had a lot of time to play games and understand when is the best time to go in. Sometimes you might think your teammates are being selfish, but in reality, when you wait a little bit longer, you can guarantee a safe hook when the killer is away and on somebody else. That is really the best time to save, because yes, you guys might not be doing anything while you're healing, but now you have 2 teammates up and ready to go do something else while one guy is getting chased. So now all 3 of you guys are actually doing something, instead of having the killer come back and try to pressure the 2 different teammates. He'd come back to the hook constantly. Oh god, he's coming back! Ah, god! Anyways, I think the base kit BT is a blessing, and I think nobody is talking about that. And I understand a lot that solo queue needs some buffs. I don't understand why we don't have any sort of ping system or any sort of system that could tell you what the hell the other guy is doing. The only way I can get baby survivors to do something with me is if I tell them to come here and I tell them to do the generator. And they might listen. They might walk away. Depending on who they're playing, they might not give a shit or give a shit. So, I didn't mean to stretch this video out to 15 minutes, but I wanted to say that, personally, I think the update has been really, really great. I think some of the perks for survivors have been buffed good, but I think majority of them have gotten nerfed into fucking oblivion. They've gotten shot to death. I swear to God, you hardly see Dead Hard anywhere, and for the people that use it, I commend you. Because you're stronger than me, I've already switched to Sprint Burst. And personally, I'm finding a lot more fun using Sprint Burst, because now I can finally get myself out of position to an in position. Well, that's all I really gotta say. I'm actually liking this new update, and I hope your guys' games don't go too badly. If you're getting camped and tunneled, run Deliverance off the record, and Sprint Burst, baby. I'll see you in the next one.